We live, motherfuckers. We live. We back. We back. Like the Hodge twins. Oh man, fuck out the way. New Gaming Order hitting you with the head
Get the
crush.
fuck out the way.
Yeah, those guys are fucking funny. But in any case, the topic here we're talking about the PlayStation 4.5, aka PlayStation 4K or 4Gay, and PlayStation 4 Neo. Now, free play mode, as you can see, make sure you check out this link. I'm gonna copy it. He had a Tough Nerd Toys LLC as a guest on his show's broadcast. And with that, I just wanted to weigh in. Now that this is official, the PlayStation 4.5, they already had the specs leaked out and everything, and I believe
I
so.
can fly.
Sony made a couple of fuck ups here. Number one, if you're in the lead, right? You're doing well. You release underpowered systems, right? Ride it out. The one thing I give Nintendo, they were riding out that Wii U. They fucked up real bad, but they took it to the face. Poo-tang pie, aka the Rocks now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, come on. Mid cycle, you're gonna release a buffed up version of the PlayStation 4, right? Now, the most notable change is the RAM. They're putting faster RAM, double the power of a already beastly GPU. And my thing is, from the restrictions that I feel for the developers, because the developers, they're given all this restriction and red tape. Like, oh, okay, if you make a game for PlayStation Neo, it has to be in compliance with PlayStation 4 base model, right? So you got some developers that are like, no, fuck that. Like, if we're having to take into account for two versions of the system, it's gonna become too expensive and take too much time. So what should have happened is eliminate this base model. Eliminate the base model, or allow us to trade in for the new one, because I would kind of be pissed off where, like, okay, I want to make 4K games, right? But oh, you can do it provided that the frame rate it'll still be able to match up. We don't want to split our market. Now developers can say, fuck you, Sony. That's not our problem. It's yours guys' job to sell consoles. It's our jobs to make games. So Sony trying to strong arm the developers into saying, hey, you can make a Neo mode, but it has to be in compliance with the base mode. Faux pas number one. Number two, I'm pissed because I was hoping that it was just going to be a rumor, but I'm sitting here now with an obsolete version of the PS4.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm freaking livid. I'm like, and you know what? Now I'm going after the fanboys. Justify that shit. Justify that shit. And you know what? Microsoft kind of switched places with Sony because we knew Microsoft was going to do an add-on to the Xbox One. Phil Spencer now has backtracked and like, we're not doing any upgrades. Right? The same way as the DRM situation. So that's why Sony can't be in such a commanding lead, because now they're like, hey, our shit don't stink. We can do whatever the fuck we want, and they're gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's me going on a rant with it, but there's more to it. But I want to give everybody a chance because I'll just run with this fucker. But Sony did mess up with that. The developers aren't happy. You know what I mean? The good thing is the price is gonna be $399, so it's not.
Bullshit.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I want to give free play mode a chance to speak on that, and if he wants to summarize what he was talking about with Danae of Tough Nerd Toys. But Demenzo, you got the floor.
Like the main thing about the caveats that were given to the developers, and that, hey, if you make a Neo mode, the game has to work with the base for a PS4 model, and I think that's not gonna last very long because keep in mind, like, instead of asking developers to develop for one standard, you're now asking them to develop essentially for two different standards on one disc.
Yeah.
And that's going to take time. That's going to take extra development time. And
Mhm.
I and they're like, well, Sony's like, well, no, there will be no Neo only games. And I call bullshit on that because developers are going to come to Sony with an ultimatum. It's going to be like, hey, do you want us to make the base PS4 game along with the Neo mode and release it 4 to 6 months after the Xbox One mode game, which
Mm.
will give players who own Xbox Ones a leg up and ultimately cause people to possibly switch over to the Xbox One just to get the game sooner. Or,
But that's not always the case. Look what happened with Tomb
well,
Raider.
well,
Like,
let me finish. Or
mhm.
do you want to release a 4K like a PS4 Neo only game and release it alongside of the Xbox One, because that will roughly go into the same development time
Mhm.
span. And it's like, and Sony not wanting to split the market is actually splitting the market, because as soon as the PS4 Neo hits market and presumably October,
October 11th, I think, was the
the
date. That was.
the trade-in value of a PlayStation 4 base model is going to go way down, because right now you get roughly $200 trade-in at GameStop, Best Buy, what have you. Maybe 225 from a mom and pop store, because you can get it for 349.99 right now, brand new.
Mhm.
PS4 Neo hits, you're probably only going to get 150, $125. And on a low end, if you have an original PlayStation 4, because that's only 500 gig, you're only going to get maybe $100
Yeah.
for it.
Oof. That hurts, man.
So, and Sony's like, oh, this is going to cost $400. I call bullshit on that, because this console is specifically being designed to extend the PlayStation 4's life cycle, as well as help out with the virtual reality that they're planning on launching, because the processor, the CPU processor, is essentially an overclocked version of their current processor, because the current processor is running at 1.6 gigahertz, while the new one in the PlayStation 4 Neo will be 2.1 gigahertz. The memory will still be GDDR5 8 gig, but at 911 hertz as opposed to 856. And there will be the GPU will be the main thing that's been powered more, in that it will have two times the computing units, because the original PlayStation 4 has 18 computing cores, whereas the PlayStation 4 Neo will have 36. So I highly doubt this thing will cost $399 at launch. I'm leaning more towards $450 outright
Mhm.
than 399. And Sony doesn't realize it, but they just fucked over 40 million PlayStation 4 owners. Real talk. That's what they did.
Yeah.
And
Oof.
it honestly makes me glad that I don't have one.
You know what? I got with the PS4 because like there were their exclusives, and it was, and even those exclusives, I just don't find myself playing them as much. Like, if you, somebody was like, oh well, you're a hypocrite, you got a PS4 and you got Street Fighter 5 on PC. That's not really exclusive. I'm still trying to find time to play the first party stuff, but at the end of the day, there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people, and justifiably so. And I believe this PS4 Neo is the PlayStation that was originally going to come out. And this is also a response, like you said, to PlayStation VR. That maybe that model may not need that power brick thing or that processing
No,
brick.
it's still gonna need it, but
Okay.
it's not gonna rely as heavily on it with the PlayStation 4 Neo as it will with the PlayStation 4 base model. And I told Danae this on my podcast, and
Mhm.
I'll say it here. The PlayStation 4 Neo release, it comes from a place of pure arrogance, because, as you said, Sony is in such a commanding lead by virtual two
The,
to one over the Xbox One, where they feel that they can do no wrong and that every move they make is golden, and they don't realize that their success is not a result of anything they've done right. It's a result of what Microsoft did wrong at the beginning of the console generation.
yep, yep. And you know
And
what? That's such a true statement. And I got into fights with Sony fanboys over that. And it's like, you know, like a football game, if Microsoft fumbled and there was like 2 or 3 touchdowns or whatnot, they essentially gave the shit away. You know? So with that being said, Sony, again, they got their nose in the cloud. Like, why would they release a system like this? I would have waited for a PlayStation 5. I would have happily purchased a PlayStation 5.
I
But
agree because look at what's gonna happen. Sony's gonna release this thing in October, and they're doing it essentially to essentially get PlayStation 4 over that hump from what they've been saying.
mm,
And they screwed over people who already own PlayStation 4s, which is 40 million people. They're also going to screw over people who buy this PlayStation 4 Neo because I guarantee you within 2.5 years, they're going to come with a PlayStation 5. And Microsoft is going to come with their new console in the next 2.5 years. And so people who invested in the PlayStation Neo are going to get screwed too because now there's PlayStation 5. So it's like, why did you release this thing? What was the purpose?
well, I can answer that. Nintendo's NX. Because they're afraid because of what the rumors are popping up saying that the NX in its current state is more powerful than the base PS4. And Sony's not having that. So they're like, oh, we got to bump this up.
Well, the Wii U is more powerful than the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360,
What?
but you didn't see Microsoft and Sony rushing to put out a newer Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3.5 when the Wii U was released.
Times have
So,
changed.
so I honestly don't think Nintendo has anybody worrying about anything at this point.
Well, I think again, Sony wants to stay that alpha male right now in the pack. So, uh, but you know what, Demizel, I'm gonna come back to you. I heard Khalif had a response. He like, So I want to hear what you got to say on that. You know, but also there was something in the Discord I forgot. Hold on, I want to make sure. Also, Hihei Yoshida is trying to say, "Oh, we don't know if we're releasing a PS5." The only reason why I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even talk about it because it would cannibalize and destroy any support from their user base to say, "Hey, if a PS5 is coming out, I'm not gonna buy the Neo. You know, I'll just wait for the 5 and just ride this one out." You know, but I'll go into that portion later. But Khalif, Neo, what's going on with Sony, man? What are your thoughts?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell they thinking with this shit. See, the thing was, I would have been okay with PlayStation 4K if it would have just been for 4K video, video playback, that type of thing.
Uh-huh.
Once you start fucking with the game aspect thing, that's when you start going wrong. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I've been watching a lot of media coverage on this shit,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people, not even PlayStation fanboys, a lot of people are saying that this isn't a big deal because of the fact that hey, I still have a perfectly good PS4, and which is true, which is fact.
Mm-hmm.
But what think about this year or next year's E3, when we're looking at God of War 4, when we're looking at the next the Horizon or whatever game, whatever PlayStation game, not even a multi-platform. We're looking at that new Dead Don't Ride game that they just found out that this.
Yeah.
So like, what are we going to be seeing that on when we see these trailers, when we see these trailers and when we see this gameplay? Are we going to be looking at PlayStation 4 footage? Are we looking at Neo footage? Like, what are you? You're definitely splitting the fan base. There are 40 million plus of us out here that have a PS4. I
Mhm.
had it since day one, and I don't feel good about this at all. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like I've got my money's worth so far because, like I said, I got a day one. I bought a lot of games. I had a lot of fun with my PlayStation 4, but
Mhm.
this you still got a long life cycle to go, man. You still got at least four
Three or
years
four
left
more
in it.
years. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, about 4 years left in it. So why would you even think that it's even okay to try to split your player base? Because like I said, when you have these games shown off, you know, I don't know of any publisher or company that's going to show this, that's going to want to show this game not at its best. You're not going to want to show God of War 4 in regular PS4 mode when you have a Neo mode that looks better. Like you know damn well they're going to try to show it as
And
beautiful as it can be.
exactly,
So
exactly.
you got 40 million people out here, and you know damn well they're not about to do no trade-in system because if just like you said, as soon as that bitch get announced, as soon as that bitch get officially confirmed, and we get, and that's another thing. I want to see what this motherfucker's gonna look like. Like, is it gonna be the same PS4, or are we getting? It's a lot of shit, man. Well, like it's not gonna make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to do this.
Mhm.
Like I said, you're splitting the fan base for real. Because I mean, now when we start, like I said, they're not going to do no type of trade-in system.
Mhm.
We're going to be trying to trade in at GameStop, getting shit, like you said, about $100, $150 for my shit.
Mhm.
So I mean, that's not even that's out of the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna try to. I'm trying not to be too hard on them yet because they haven't they haven't actually come out and said what this still all kind of leaks and stuff like that. Nothing that they put out. I want to see how they gonna spin this. I really want to see
Yeah.
how they gonna spin this.
But
How are you gonna convince people to keep buying PlayStation 4s because they're not gonna
over and
discontinue
over.
PlayStation 4s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So how are
let
you
me
gonna
tell
convince
you
them?
this: if Nintendo or Microsoft did this, they would have been crucified. I'm
Oh
telling you,
yes,
they
of
would have been.
course.
And this is to you fucking fanboys out there. I'm just saying, let another company do this, they'll be burned at the stake. Fuck you guys.
Honestly though, I personally haven't seen anybody okay with this. Like, yeah, bring it on. Like, I'm gonna get it. Like,
No,
I don't
you.
know who the fuck
Uh,
is talking about getting it.
but
Who's
let me
talking
tell
about
you
getting it?
this: not one person, like as far as the consumer side of things, nobody's like you said. Some people aren't really too
The
mad about it.
response is like lukewarm
Yeah, yeah.
at best.
Now I'm,
At best, like nobody's really excited about it.
but nobody's mad
Like,
about it either.
no, there's a lot.
Even these so-called hardcore gamers, do y'all even have 4K TVs? Like, cause I mean,
Thank you.
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, is it even how are you even
Social
gonna release
turds.
this?
This is
How
resolution
you
gate, man.
so what's some percentages on who even has 4K TVs, G?
I
You know
do.
what I'm saying? That shit. I mean, you are. I'm pretty sure you're one of the minorities, G.
I'm a
I mean,
minority. What?
I'm
You know what he mean.
you know what I'm saying? I'm
Well,
pretty
I
sure
am though.
that there's all these. I'm pretty sure all these. 40 million of these PlayStation 4 owners. Probably a million or two of them probably got a 4K TV.
All right.
Like,
Well, I'm just saying, man. Let somebody else do it. Oh, look at what they're doing. I'm just it's whatever. Takuma, what are your thoughts, man? Because
Man,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm about to start cussing. Are you kidding me right
No,
now?
no, for real. I'm telling you, there's
I'm
two
like,
people. The reason why I was like that, there's two people that I know for sure. If I bring up that argument, they're gonna defend Sony.
oh,
They're
we
gonna
ain't talking
defend
about the
them.
natural, are we?
No, no comment, no comment. But
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm trying to be in the market now to get a PS4. Now you're telling me you about to get ready to release another new
exactly.
system?
Why
I'm
why would
like,
you
what the
even want to
hell?
buy
Like,
one?
why would you? Thank you. Why would you even come with the concept? Who's on your concept team? They need to be fired. I'm sorry. The people in the background that be sitting around there just coming in with their late with their coffee, y'all need to be fired because y'all effing up bad. I'm like,
yeah,
y'all
that
don't
that
think
that, that
nothing
pisses
about the
me off,
consumer
man.
anymore. Oh, we got PS4. Hey, let's make a
Yo,
PS4 Neo. What type of is that? Really?
what's gonna be interesting
You
though? I don't mean to interrupt you though. I don't,
go ahead.
what's gonna be interesting is gonna be these NPDs. when these NPDs come out, I'm pretty sure they're still going to lead the NPDs as far as sales over Microsoft and shit. But I'm wondering how them sales are going to, if them sales are going to dip, how they're going to go. Because just like you say, if I'm in the market for a PS4, I don't have one. And I'm hearing all these rumors talking about a Neo coming out.
Hmm.
Like, why would I even think? Just being
Exactly.
just being a even just having common sense, being a consumer. Why would I even think to
Hmm.
buy a PS4 right now?
Yeah. I think
So
what they're putting information out now so that they can get people's appetite wet by E3, build up the hype for October, and then for this holiday season try to make a killing for Christmas. That's gonna be the
Man,
plan.
that's oh
So
my
people are going to
goodness.
spend 1,000 plus on,
And PlayStation VR comes out this
exactly.
year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
I'm like,
You're gonna expect people to pay 1,000 plus for for PS4 Neo and your VR system. Like you already had it coming with this VR system shit. Y'all should have focused on that if y'all was gonna do it. Now you're trying to get people to buy another system too. Like, come on, man.
no. See,
They
Yeah.
better
I'm
scrap
just
this shit.
like, see, if I had a job that's
If you had
bringing
a
my
job, what?
75K a year, then I would be like, okay, like man, I could throw some money down
Yeah,
for a PS4 and
I could,
and a little further VR. But now I'm like, are you all crazy? Y'all smoking crack. Look, 3 people have died already that we know and love. Don't be the fourth person that go off the deep end. All right, come on. That's just
Dang.
damn.
But
I'm like,
I'm
man,
just.
oh my goodness.
My thing
Fanboys,
is,
they can go
look.
suck it. I don't care what them fanboys gotta say. Y'all
Here,
can suck it. This y'all company, and this is the freaking. This is the thing that y'all sucking on. You know what? Oh my
it's
goodness.
like they.
I ain't gonna even get started. I'm not. I'm not going there.
You know what's going on? Sony's going balls deep like the Haas twins on
Right,
their
man. This is.
market.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the thing. I've been watching Vampire Diaries with my girlfriend on Netflix, right? And those who are familiar with it would know that there's a thing called compulsion that vampires do to humans. I think that's what Sony has done to their fans. They're gonna accept this. They're gonna accept this. But
Okay, look. Let me do this. I'm gonna just switch sides for a second and just think about maybe what Sony's thinking right now. Because let's just say this is entertain the shit that Shuhei's saying about maybe there's not going to be a PS5. So maybe this is me just telling y'all, hey, look, this Neo's gonna come out. This is gonna be the last piece of new hardware we're bringing out. From here on, y'all gonna just have to switch out components, PC style. Is
Yeah,
that plausible right
I
now?
think I'm about to jump ship and just go.
yeah, it's less
I think it's
headache.
about time for me to go.
Is that what you is that plausible though? Is
Well,
that
no.
something
Here's
happening right now?
here's another theory. They already know that the systems are underpowered, right? Number one. I think that they're releasing this Neo to buy more time for a PS5 because the base model is not going to cut it going forward. You know what I mean? Especially,
But says
standing
who
up to
though? Like
PC.
you got 40 million plus out here
No,
buying
no,
it.
no, no,
Says
no.
who?
I'm saying like PC technology is like going Super Saiyan Blue on these games already. So you got to look at, all right, if they're gonna stay competitive or keep up, they need to extend the life of the PS4, right? Try to keep up with these PC games in terms of like their graphic fidelity. You know what I mean? And then this way they can breathe and say, hey, we have more time to work on a PS5. That's being devil's advocate right now. And
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
trying to give Sony any dap, but Microsoft and Sony messed up for releasing these underpowered systems. End of story.
This PS4 Neo whatever it is. It's like freaking like Coke Light or something like that, or
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
clear.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
what the hell is this shit?
What the hell is this bullshit? What is
yeah.
it? I want to see what this shit gonna look like, man. Like for
I
this to
think it's
be
gonna look the
something.
same. I think it's gonna look the same.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, if it's slimmer than the freaking original PS4 design, I'm counting every fanboy I see.
Well, hey,
I'm
it,
just
um,
counting.
again, I stay on my
It would
my.
have to be different, right? Like it would. I mean, because
It'll
how
probably come
how
out a
would you
different
do?
color, or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
let's give Nelson a chance to speak on this because I'm pretty sure he has a different outlook on it. So we already pretty much put all the foundation out there. But Nelson, what are your thoughts from a different point of view, or if you agree with us? Like, I mean, this is just I don't know. But yeah, Nelson, go ahead.
Um, what I basically think is it's a waste of time.
Thank you.
I don't agree that these consoles are underpowered. I'm gonna explain why. The reason why you say it's underpowered because you're seeing brand new specs and you're seeing minuscule differences. For people who don't know what minuscule is, it's very little change. Very
Mm-hmm.
little change within the console. This is only just to support 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. Now, if you're going off of this base model, right, and you want everyone to go out and buy this Neo version of the thing, now this is what, I'm not saying fanboys, but this is what people will expect. And I know there are some dumb fucking people out there. So I'm going to break it down to you. All right, guys. So I got the PlayStation Neo today. I spent like maybe $600. Just throwing it out there.
$599 US dollars.
For 4K support. So I want to stream on the console, so I can stream in 4K, right? I can
Wrong.
stream all my games in 4K now, right?
Wrong.
No. You're only still going to be able to stream at 720p at 30 frames per second. All right, so what's another issue that people's going to start going nuts about? Oh, I got more RAM. I got maybe a 75 input of RAM increase. Also, that means that my games will run fast at 60 frames per second?
Nope.
Games will still run at 30 frames per second if the company decides to.
But that's even no. The thing is, a Neo mode game, it can't be maxed out on that Neo system because if the PS4, the base model can't keep up with it, Sony won't let them do it.
The caveat that one of the caveats that Sony had is that if a game is gonna have a Neo mode, it has to outperform the base model mode. Meaning, like if a game is 720p, 30 frames per second on the base model mode, it has to be 1080p, 60 frames per second on Neo mode.
Going to. That's what I'm trying to inform these fools. You're getting another console because they have to make more money off of you. There is nothing of another reason for you to go out and buy another fucking console. We have yet to hear a trade-in system where you can give in your old PlayStation 4 to get the Neo to endorse that model even further. There's been no word of that. Okay, so that makes it even worse for consumers to be like, oh, I don't know about this. I just might keep my old PlayStation 4 model. And then what Khalif said earlier, who the fuck has a 4K television right now?
I do.
I do.
But besides us in this room,
I ain't got one.
Just listen. Who the fuck has a 4K television to go around and be like, all right, I'm gonna support and get another PlayStation 4 console just so I can still output it. But again, if you read the specs, does it natively do it? It does not.
No, it won't. It'll
does
upscale.
not. Right, correct. Upscale. For all you dumbass people, it will upscale. You do not get the native support. So now, it brings into more questioning. How much is the price point going to be now?
It's $399 that they're supposedly saying.
I'm betting $450.
Nah, I bet 500 straight. Reason being,
Oh my goodness.
Reason being is because they're gonna bundle it with the VR. They ain't stupid. They're gonna bundle it with the VR, and it's probably gonna even be more money on top of that. And
I don't know. With the VR, man, that's gonna be a lot of money.
Listen.
Damn.
People's gonna bitch just like they did with the Xbox One and the Kinect, and then they're gonna make a whole nother bundle without it. It's gonna happen, and they're gonna try to force it on people just to see what people will do. And that's just the case in point of that. But me personally, for someone who streams, there's no fucking reason to get another PS4 console when the streaming market today, you can only stream at an output of 1080p, maybe 60 frames depending on your rig, but your general basis is going to be 720p at 60 frames per second. I don't want to meet that fucking one next person that's going to buy a PlayStation Neo PS 4.5, whatever the fuck it's called. And you'd be like, oh, I'm streaming at 4K, guys. I'm streaming at 4K. It's at 60 frames per second. I will shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
You'll be the next statistic. You'll be the next statistic along with, God forbid, China and Prince and possibly the PS4's downfall, as Sakuma mentioned. I don't
Wow.
want you to be the next statistic because I hate when people don't read and they don't get their facts straight.
Yeah.
So that's
But
just my opinion. It's a waste of time to make the console. Y'all should just sit there and hold that, just like Nintendo did, and just build up the foundation like you always have.
yep, and just work with what you got, But and if you look at the link that I put in the Discord, I also put it in the chat. Um, Sony wants the systems to coexist, and so, Sony wants cohabitation between these two consoles. So there won't be any new controllers. The DualShocks will still be the primarily or the traditional controller.
But why don't they just make a fucking? See, this is what gets me so
No,
mad.
I know, I
They say the
know.
console's underpowered. They say the console's underpowered, but yet you can easily just make a fucking update so the people can have their 4K not native, but 4K upscale support, and then that will shut everything the fuck up. Because
Yeah.
technically, that's the exact same thing that you're gonna be doing, but spending an extra $400 fucking dollars just to get one update. That's a waste of goddamn time.
Thank you. Thank you. Not even some PCs can do 4K consistently.
Mine can. I'm just saying though.
No, but I mean special cases, But like even review tech said it. Certain PCs, even when you're buffing them, you got some folks that it's just not that easy to do. It requires a lot of power. You know what I mean? So with this minute update, right? It's like, man, these folks, the sheep are fucking blind, man. Sony again. They're high on arrogance. They're trying to edge out Nintendo. They know that they're trying to capitalize on the 4K market, and they should just again hold that to the chest. You made a mistake or a bad move on the chessboard, and you just have to do what you got to do. Literally, if you look at the article, everything is pretty much going to be exactly the same, just specs are different. Or what the RAM and the GPU. Everything else is going to be the same.
I got a question. It may be stupid, but what happens if you play your Xbox One on a 4K TV? Does that make it 4K playable?
No. You'll notice it. You'll notice it. Like it just kind of gets.
Even if, because as far as what I know, from the 360, you're able to upscale it to whatever resolution that your TV can support.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't mean that it will be native. It will just fill up the screen. That's all it will do. It will just fill it up.
Yeah.
It won't have those black borders that you sometimes may see or whatever the fuck the case may be.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can probably do the same thing on the Xbox One if you have the television to render that size, but it's not gonna do that. And plus, Microsoft even set out and mentioned if they were gonna do a 4K thing, they would just come out with an update. It's as simple as that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not hard to be honest with you guys. You have GDDR5 RAM, and you have either an AMD chip or a GeForce chip that's custom made for the console. You can easily just still support the plugin for your games to support up to the 4K, but again, it's only gonna fill up your television. It's not gonna make it sparkly.
Yeah, I guess the ratio and all that shit.
The
So
ratio aspect will fill up. That's all that's just gonna happen, and that's what you guys is gonna buy. You're buying a fucking $400 console just to fill up that damn TV gap if you have a 4K. Nothing else is gonna change. The game's not gonna run faster. You're not gonna be able to stream at a higher resolution. You're not gonna be able to say like, oh. So does that mean that we're getting more memory inside the console? No, you're still gonna get 500 gigs. And that's the sad part. You're not getting a terabyte. You're getting 500 gigs. So
you know what? I don't know, man. I go on my juggernaut rants, but it just to show that the thing is I got the PS4 thinking, hey, that's all I'm ever gonna need. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But in conclusion, we're gonna get ready for the last segment, which is PSAs, which I need to be pretty short because I gotta get ready to roll. But make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com. And disclaimer, opinions are just that. I hate that I have to put that in here because I know some people are going to be like, off with his head. Just see things from different points of view and understand why people feel a certain way about this PlayStation 4 Neo. I don't know if Sony's looking to make a profit off of this. I think they made all the money that they're going to make. But if they're going for the gold sucker, like Booker T and Hulk Hogan, but hey, it is what it is. But leave your comments below. Again, just be respectful about it, and we'll just leave it at that. So we're going to go into intermission. We'll see you on the next segment.